Good afternoon. Welcome in, ladies and gentlemen. Slightly late. Oh, good morning, good afternoon, guys. Sideways, Marcus. Ooh, Hankin. Thank you very much. Oh, I need to still sort that out. Thank you, dude. Thank you for the 50 free months. Thank you. Let's see who else we have. Who else do we have in chat? Ike, welcome in. Cough, Red Snare, John, Endomorphin, Glitch, Vess, welcome. Destroyer Souls, Response Limited, Najab, thank you. Welcome. Korean Gamer, good day. Did you follow me here? He did, yeah, he did. Clean, welcome in. Welcome. Ugh. Oh, ow, that was really good. Shoreman, welcome in. Good day, chat. We're gonna do just a short stream. I'm not feeling too good. It's literally just all the fucking chemicals running through my body right now. That's just draining out. Which we will get sorted out. All that good stuff. Holla. But obviously we got EOM today, guys. So ! enter space max. It's the last day we're going to be using Stream Elements because I'm trying to move everything out of Stream Elements purely because I think Stream Elements is going to go under very soon. Purely because they put a tweet out saying that they're asking for donations now. And if anybody asks for donations, it usually means they're going fucking broke. So, yeah. I've moved all my bot stuff over to Streamlabs. I've moved all my alerts over. I still need to move these things, but to be honest, that and the other one in the corner I can do in OBS. I don't really need to add that to Streamlabs. It's basically just an image you just make. I can fucking do that myself in OBS. That you can literally get rotating images and stuff. I think that's the only thing I have to do. So giveaways are now going to be started over on Streamlabs. And we were testing that out last time I was on. So yeah, spend all your points, chat, because it's all going to be wiped at the end of the show. SE was far better than Slobs. You shouldn't even be using their programs for OBS, Destroyer Souls. You should be using OBS Studio and then learning how to fucking do it. You can literally do everything then on Studio than that bloatware shite from Stream Elements or Streamlabs. If anybody's using any of their shit, just go and get that crap removed. Get rid of it. Because you're actually better off with some other things. Like, you can do so much more. And better as well. But welcome him. Yeah, sure, John. Go ahead. Go ahead. Are you talking about the Asian guy? What's it called? No. Oh, no. Not that guy then. There's always that Asian guy that does like YouTube guides and stuff. I can't remember his name. But yeah, there's loads of people that do guides on OBS. Like, it doesn't take long to learn it. I literally spent 12 hours one Sunday helping Sai set up all our new stuff for our stream. If I can teach Sai in 12 hours how to fully understand OBS, and she's an absolute blether who just sees a fucking fly flying around in the room and goes, "Oh, spider," you know? She's worse. She's just as bad as Hankin, to be honest. Fucking ADHD people. It's like the worst people for me to deal with. But also the same, like, the people that I generally become friends with as well. No, she understood it because she adapted on the things I taught her. and made it our own way and stuff. There's no way you would be able to do that without understanding how to do it. So I'm getting some food in chat. But yeah, obviously completed the event. Did that with Cutler on day 1. So glad as well, because apparently CIG wiped everything. Like everyone's commodities that they had been given and stuff. I'm manageable with my medicine. If you can call it fucking medicine, like. Pilgrim, welcome in, dude. I'm also super manageable with cocaine. And ecstasy. Dude, I would love, no joke, when you come over next, or like for SigCon, I think we need to get a fucking baggie and some really nice ecstasy and go to like a really chilled club. OBS is fun. Have not set it up on the new PC. Dedicated stream box needs to be configured first. Yeah, fair enough. But yeah, don't use Stream Elements OBS. Don't use Streamlabs OBS. Only use Studio, and highly suggest you use a program. Let me see if I can. I'll get the conversation with Sai up, because I gave her a link. Oh, Nutty, that's the Asian guy that does stuff. Yeah, this is how my OBS looks. Oh wait, I need to make a bigger image of that. It's always weird how you have to like fucking double click on Discord to get it to make it bigger. Yeah, so this is my OBS. So basically you got your scenes, sources, vertical, horizontal, multi-streaming, and then activity here, and then mixer. It's really fucking clean. And then I've got a chat that basically shows stuff like that, so. Again, don't use Stream Elements, Streamlabs. Just use normal OBS Studio and learn a little bit of plugin coding. Add some, you know, plugins to spruce things up, and it's really fucking good. Also, Jackson, 73 fucking months? Holy shit. Want to be this year with 100 months? No. What's the maximum minimum? I can't remember. My words per minute almost triples, so be careful. What, on ecstasy? That's good, because I apparently, I did a test recently, and it was, what, 900 words per minute I can read? So, I'm pretty sure I can hear Hankin at triple the speed. It was, maybe not 900. It was something crazy. Like, I'm in the top 1% of humanity how fast I can read. I did a wee test, but I can't remember the number that I had. Drugs will do that? Drugs are good. Drugs are good. I got fucking creatine pumping through my veins right now. I'm top 1% who can eat. I don't know if that's impressive, to be honest. But yeah, get rid of all the giveaway stuff, because we're moving away from Stream Elements. I don't trust any program or company that begs for money in donation format. That is usually we're cashing out. So I've got everything on Streamlabs. Lumia updated, and again, still absolutely fucking dreadful. Stream bots seems to be probably one of the best way to go, but again, it doesn't do anything correct either. Yeah, Stream Elements posted a tweet out glitch asking for donations to keep their servers running. That usually means we're about to sell the company or we're about to cash out. This year was my move away. They got rid of Tom without a word. What do you mean? Got rid of Tom? Alright. That's food done. Shane was Raid Shadow Legends. Yeah. I should have kept all the emails that I got from this lady at Raid Shadow Legends. It wasn't an automated one. She's such a sweetheart. And she kept sending me messages at the start. I'll be like, TheDarkLaw. And then she would I would ask her to call me by my real name, Michael. And she'd be like, Michael, would you like to do a Raid Shadow Legends sponsorship? I'm like, I've told you like 1,000 times, I will never take a Raid Shadow Legends fucking sponsorship deal. Not because I have anything against Raid Shadow Legends. I just don't like mobile games. And she came back to me 1 month, 1 year and said, TheDarkLaw, Michael, Raid Shadow Legends is now available on PC. I was like, that's not changing anything. I'm not fucking doing it. No way. If I'm not gonna take it for mobile phones, I'm not gonna take it for fucking browsers. Like, I started saying, like, I'm not into turn-based, which actually is kind of true. I mean, Dawn of War is kind of turn-based, but you know what I mean, like, yeah. We made it on PC for you, yeah. She was such a sweetheart. But eventually, over time, I had to just fucking block her. And again, it's nothing against Raid Shadow Legends. It's just, it's not the type of game I would ever advertise. We have FPS, you know. I've dealt with so many people over the years that, like, have been really, really cool. Really cool. Alright, I got a couple of videos. Actually, do I have a couple of videos? I got one video. Again, it's gonna be a short stream today, chat. Like, I'm not in it right now. I've completed the event. Star Citizen is an all-time Oh, by the way, Henkin, do you want to do some VTOL VR? I kind of, like, I got a craving to fucking relearn it. Need like a couple of fucking sessions to get back into it. Also, if you guys don't know, Henkin and I are going to be doing another playthrough of Bug's Life, aka that other game, but that's going to be later. And we've got a really cool game coming up in March that we're doing our stupid hour nonsense stuff. What we're going to play for the next 2 months? That's why I'm loading up my VR stuff. I'm going to play some other games. I'm going to do like Star Citizen for like a couple of hours, and then I'm just going to be playing other Game Spinner. I'm going to take a massive income hit, but mentally I just can't. Like, until there's a wipe, playing Star Citizen is a fucking hate crime, it feels like. I'm not playing Stellar Blade, you fucking perv. Yeah, Grounded 2, that was it, yeah. We're going to be playing Grounded 2. We've got another game that I'm not discussing until it's ready to go. But yeah, I kind of feel like doing some VR. I can see Asai wants to play a few games as well. It also might be time to just reinstall DCS. I don't know. Going back to your root, dude, I've never played WoW. The longest I've played WoW for was for 6 hours, and then I uninstalled it because I was like, this game's shit. When you're an EVE Online player from 2003 to 2012, the moment you play WoW, it feels like I'm in fucking kindergarten land, unathletic video game. Boxy got me the A10 on DCS, so I'm down. Yeah, I mean, we could look into something. I'd rather play Vito VR just because, again, it's just so much more immersive than DCS. Yeah, but DCS requires you to spend fucking hours learning radar and shit like that. Or you just get fucking, oh, how did I die? Situation, right? I always love that, watching content creators who play DCS for like the first time or don't bother to even learn radar. Or any of the sounds and stuff, you know? And then they die and they're like, how did I die? It's like, because there was a missile traveling at you from like 50 nautical miles away, that's why. Hey Sal, how you doing? No auto start? Nah, like you wanna learn cold start, but then you wanna just use auto start. It's such a waste of time. Especially when you like fly in a campaign and you get like 30 minutes in and then you get fucking sammed, you know? I've been enjoying Arc Raiders lately. How's the cheaters in it? Hey Tough, good morning, dude. Also, there's that IL-2 Korea game coming out this year, which is just in between the end of World War II and the Cold War. So you've got jet fighters, Korean jet fighters, with no missiles, which is really, really cool. But yeah, I think I'm going to be doing that. I think I'm going to be like, I'm going to install a few games and do like Star Citizen and then play some other games in the stream just because until there's like CIG actually fucking pull the reins in and stop memeing, the first like 3 months of Star Citizen is going to be bad. Also, Sai wants me to play fucking Dispatch. But I don't know if I'll play that or not. I don't even think you play it, to be honest. Just fucking watch it. Yeah, IL-2 is a really good game, but they're bringing out IL-2 Korea. Let me, here you go. It's coming out later this year. And IL-2 does really good VR as well in their games. Fly now. Again, this is just before the Cold War. And just after World War II. So it's literally jet fire dogfight. So good. Big alley, yeah. It looks good though. Korea. Yeah. Definitely going to pick that one up. That is going to be a juicer, I think. Let me go to here because I need chat up. Because we've got an Avenger 1 video to watch as well. He doesn't look happy. He says, I can't be the only one who feels like this. Enough is enough. Will it be where I agree or will it be where I disagree? Let's find out on the next episode of Avenger 1.
Well, if you clicked on this video, you're here for what I'm assuming is 2 reasons. 1,
to react.
You're either new to Star Citizen and you're like,
damn it,
what's this bearded bitch? What's going on? Or you're a veteran like me who's been around for almost a decade now and are looking for some much needed dose of...
God, man, you've only been around for a decade? Get on 14 years on my level.
Reality checks. Because CIG seems to be living in...
He looks defeated? I think a lot of people are. I know Burks is pretty, like, he's on the verge of being done with Star Citizen. And probably wants to do other things. I think he enjoyed Arma so much. And he looks so happy as well, which is so sad. Like, I really wish more content creators would like, you know what I mean? What's the word? Do other things. You know what I mean? Like, if you're super upset with a video game, go and stream other things. Recreate your channel, right? Even if you go down to 30 viewers and shit like that. Fuck it. Just do it.
It's devoid of logic, reason, and basic
branch out, yeah.
Game design.
Oh my god!
The problem is why, like, one of the biggest things that I don't branch out in. One is income. Because, again, like, I lose so much income. And Amp, thank you very much for the 32 months on Kick. Still, they don't have any fucking audio for subscriptions, which sucks. Thank you for that, dude. Even though I'm pretty sure you've passed away in real life and haven't unsubscribed, because I've not seen Amp in Twitch or Kick for nearly 2 years, so I'm pretty sure he's fucking... And the fucking sub is running on fucking PayPal that doesn't shut down. I'm pretty convinced at this point that Amp is no longer with us. But one day he might come back to the channel, chat. But 32 months, he's my longest subscriber on Kick. Practically my only one. And I'm pretty sure he's gone, you know? You have to whittle to the Verdi. Yeah. The thing is, though, is like, for me, right? I'm in a good place compared to a lot of people, Henkin, where, as you know, like, I fully own my house. So I have no mortgages. I have very low bills to pay, which luckily, like, the community hold me up. But the problem is all my like, if anybody doesn't know, and I'll openly, I'm roughly my... What's it when your total, like, net worth? My net worth is £500,000. So I'm technically like half a millionaire if I was to sell everything and blah 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 blah. I don't even think that column was under net worth or something like that. But if I was to sell everything, right? All my assets are in buildings, and the problem is as nice that is that, because obviously, like, you can sell and stuff like that. I'm very much looking to try and liquidize in the future to do other things. And Twitch for me has got to the point where it just doesn't pay enough for the hours that I put in. And I love working and streaming. But the biggest issue I have right now is because Nova is technically classed as the disabled dog now, and he was my working dog, I'm fully out of commission when it comes to working with dogs right now. Unless it's like, you know, friend of friend kind of situation, right? But I'm not reaching out because, well, he was the dog that works with things. He works with kids. He works with other dogs. We're not in that situation. Yo, Cell, thank you very much for the 10. Why are these alerts not working? What the fuck? I thought I fixed this shit. Give me 2 secs. I need to go back to here.
It was at this moment that he knew.
Oh, well.
He fucked up.
Never mind. Apparently, it's just super fucking delayed over there. All right. And massively appreciate that, by the way. If anybody knows anything that we get over on Kick goes straight towards Nova's recovery fund. He's got his next his next thing on Wednesday next week, right? Oh no. We've got our first winner of the day who did exclamation mark giveaway when there's no giveaway in the title. Oh no. I will unban you this one time. But be very careful. We are not a giveaway channel. Do exclamation mark EOM or just do exclamation mark enter space max. Actually, no, EOM is disabled just now because we're moving over to the other system. Also, can we get lots of W's in chat for Cell? Dropping that 10 gifted subs on Kick, which is massive, as we get 95% over there. You guys should be all lurking over at Kick. Unmute the VOD, unmute the browser, then mute the tab, all that jazz, as it massively helps with paying for Nova's bills and stuff like that. Thank you so much. Look at that spammage. Appreciate that. Juicy. Yeah, so right now it's like super hard for content creation because obviously like in UK we've got like tax returns for January, February and stuff like that. And obviously like viewership goes down at the start of the year, blah blah blah. But my biggest thing is this is probably going to be the last year as a content creator. And it's not to put pressure on my community, it's just I can't go anywhere with content creation. It pays the bills, and I'm very, very grateful for that. But it doesn't give me any money to get a car, to go and do things. It doesn't give me any money to buy a drone, to start going into droning. Because I was like, you need to go and get a drone, and you need to go and start doing footage, and sell the footage, and show people where you go hiking and stuff, because you have such wonderful stories, but nobody ever gets to see it because you don't have these things. And for me, it's like, yeah, I think it's generally now at the time where I don't think I'm ever going to get any bigger than I am. And I don't want to go, and this is nothing against Henken, I don't want to go the route of having that shit spammed on my screen just to make a living. And that practically is what is happening with Twitch now, where people don't support you unless they get some fucking crap on the screen fed back to them. And I get it, because that's like the different market and stuff. And I could do content creation, but who wants to do content creation for Star Citizen when Star Citizen is literally going nowhere until CIG do certain things, right? Thank you, John. Appreciate that. Thank you for all the viewers over on Kick. It does, like, I literally get paid on Kick weekly compared to 45 days on Twitch, and it's a much better split. So yeah, I can feel where Avenger is going with this video, because for me, it's not that I'm done with Star Citizen or done with content creation. It's just it doesn't work anymore, and I don't want to go and play other video games. And I'm going to use Henken as another example. Henken does really well where he keeps his viewership and he goes to other games that he enjoys. The problem is I don't enjoy other games like that. I've never been somebody that can play 2 or 3 video games at once and never be happy. I spent 9 years playing EVE Online, and the only other game that I sort of played in between that was like PlanetSide, because whilst you were getting camped in EVE Online, you could switch over to PlanetSide and do these sort of things. So I've never been a gamer that, you know what I mean, that can play a game one day, play another game another day, and stuff like that. It's very, very difficult for me. I like to binge games. Like that weekend, we did No Rest for the Wicked instantly and stuff like that. So I get where, like, Avenger 1 is probably at his limit of where the game isn't going anywhere for himself. And this is where I go back to the advice for people, because I love to give people advice how to be successful as a streamer. And the funny thing is, the only person who has like practically listened to me has been Henken. And look what Henken's achieving right now. Absolutely amazing it. He's got such a strong community. He's been spammed to bits with generosity. And he's also going even further this year with other things that he can disclose on his own channel and stuff like that, you know? And it's very much where, for me, I don't work well as a content creator because I'm honest. And honesty just doesn't seem to work well in today's market, right? It's very much where everyone is looking for that fake person to, give them fake takes on things. And I think Avenger 1 is probably one of these people that always tries to speak from the heart, but also maybe comes across a little cringy, stuff like that. And this is where I would say my advice. I fucking sliced myself open. How did I mean that? My advice to Avenger 1 is literally stop. Simply stop. Go and do something else with your life right now, okay? Just do something else. If Star Citizen is that bad for you, and streaming Star Citizen is a pain, and you're having to make videos like this, and obviously we're going to go through the whole video, but I can imagine it's the same thing where I've seen a video recently from Enterprise saying, I've had enough of Star Citizen and stuff like that. This is where you take an adult choice and move away, right? Don't stream a game that is upsetting you. Like that's like you're getting mental abuse for you're giving yourself a mental abuse for no reason. You're bullying yourself over a video game, Yeah, exactly. Ender's very successful where he's talented in his drums. If he ever wanted to give up Star Citizen and play another game, he can go and do things with drumming and stuff. And that's a wonderful thing to happen, right? But my advice would be to Avenger, if he's really upset with Star Citizen, is uninstall the game for 6 months. Don't follow any information. Just do something else with your life. Take up hiking. Go fucking knitting or something like that, right? Do something else with your time instead of bullying yourself into do certain things. If you have to do it, yeah. I mean, for me, like, I am somebody who will only ever quit streaming is because it doesn't take me anywhere more than it isn't Star Citizen. Like, I can play Star Citizen 6 hours a day, 7 days a week. No problem. It doesn't bother me anymore, the game. Yeah, I'll rant about it, but I'll still play it. The thing for me is that it's like I want to do other things in my life, and if I take days off streaming, the income goes down massively. And it's like, do I keep paying? You know what I mean? It's either I just fully quit to go and do other things with my life, because I've been doing it for 7 years, and I've never really sat in a job. Like, the dog business is probably been my longest ever job, because I enjoy it so much and it's so rewarding. But then the downside to that job is I have to fucking talk to humans, and you all know that I fucking hate doing that. Like, I absolutely hate every single human on the planet. But that's just me, right? It comes with the job, comes with the territory. Yeah, humans. Isn't that right, Nova? Yeah, look at me, she's a big sleepy. I don't know where the other one is. So it's like, yeah, at a certain point in time, you have to go, right, enough is enough, It's the same with people that generally think Star Citizen is going to be like EVE Online. Like, I've heard some of the PvPer takes, and they're so off. They don't realize that Star Citizen is not going to be the game that they think it's going to be. It's going to be very casual. It's not going to have much endgame, because that's not who are buying the game anymore. It was advertised for hardcore players like me at the beginning, but it's no longer advertised for hardcore players. It will have some sort of elements of hardcoreness, like the base building and stuff. But if people generally think that they're going to be raiding everyone's base every single day, every single hour, they're fucking kidding themselves. You think you're going to be making a base and it's going to take you fucking months to do and your stuff like that? It's going to take you fucking days, dude. Like, the whole idea of Star Citizen is very casual based now. The flight model that's been designed is designed for casual players. It's not designed for endgame esports. Nobody gives a shit about that. Not at CIG. They're just using Atmo Esports, all that stuff, all the PvPers as per usual. And like what they've done with PvPers over the years, they built up all this stuff for you to get excited about, and then they can't be bothered to main Arena Commander. If you don't have somebody that can maintain Arena Commander to a standard, that tells you everything that you need to know about how this game is going to be in the future for PvPers. Nobody fucking gives a shit about you. And you need to understand this, right? You need to understand this. And this is where, again, either adapt with how the game is going and enjoy it for that level, right? Or walk away. It's absolutely fine. For me, I'm somebody that will adapt. Like, if they make it casual, I'll play it. The moment I don't like the game, I'll walk away. I'm grown up enough to do that, even with the amount of money and time I've spent on it, right? Oh, they'll go the Dune Awakening route. If you don't think they're going to go the Dune Awakening route, you're kidding yourself. If you don't think they're going to go the Arc Raiders route, making it PvE only matchmaking and stuff through the instancing system, you're also kidding yourself. Because that is what is selling right now. If you take away PvPers, right, from this game, you still have about 95% of the player base who just want to play and have fun in the game with their friends, right? Oh, you mean in Star Citizen? Yeah. Exactly. It's dreadful because it's the games are successful, right? World of Warcraft successful because good elements of PvE. EVE Online very successful because really good elements of PvP. But you know what they both have in each game? WoW has PvP. EVE Online has PvE, and they found a really good balance with those two type of things. I don't think CIG have the capability to pull off an EVE Online or World of Warcraft, right? And that's what's going to kill this game, just the same as they killed Dune Awakening. You can't go pro one side, right? And that will be the downside to Star Citizen. You can't be pro PvP Star Citizen. You can't be pro PvE Star Citizen. You have to find a balance in between. But the problem is right now is CIG are very pro PvE and make this game as easy as possible to milk people for the money. Because if CIG got, if they made the game as hardcore as, like, I'm going to take it back to Free 4, right? It's always one of my favorite times in Star Citizen because when you died, you had to buy all your modules again. When you died, down the line, when you died, you lost all your armor. So there was massive amount of loss, and it made you where you had to be better at the game. But then as Star Citizen gets more populated and more appealing to others, you start having a different side of community coming in and spending money. And a lot of people from back in 2013-14 have already quit the game and got a refund. Who massively invested like 100k into the game have got their refunds and stuff. Okay, I'm not going to give names, but obviously, like, that's their status. They've cashed out. They've got their stuff back. So CIG really, really have to succeed in finding something where you make it appealing to PvPers, because I generally feel that PvPers carry video games. You have to find loss to make the game meaning, and you have to have strong PvE to make it where you have, other things to do than just shoot at each other. And that's very difficult to do these days. But I will say the only reason that EVE Online has been so successful is they let the players just go crazy. And then over time they brought in things, well, you don't want to go to 0-0, you don't want to be fighting blobs, go and do faction warfare, which is PvP stroke PvE in Empire space, where you choose a side like Galenti, you become part of that faction, and you can kill all the other players who sign up for faction warfare within, and you can just roam around and gank them and stuff like that. And you get rewards for doing it. But you don't have to do it. You're not forced to do it. And I think truly the only time Star Citizen will become a game that everyone enjoys is if they do one thing. Terra is pro PvE, and like Castrate or whatever it's fucking called is pro PvP. And you have to go through where when you go through Terra to Stanton, it goes less PvE and the meter for PvP goes up, right? And as you come to the other way, like Castra, you go PvP and it starts to go down the way. So by the time you get to Pyro, it should be where it's PvP, PvE is on a level. And you go to the certain systems on what you want. You don't need a PvP-PvE slider. You don't need to do matchmaking based on do you prefer PvP or PvE. You need to make solo systems that are pro doing certain things. And you only ever go to these other areas if you're really wanting to get involved in PvP. All the good minerals are going to be over there where you fight for that over in land, and that gives all the PvPers something to do. And then the PvEers get all this massive amount of content in these areas and storylines. You can have little solar systems branched off it, and you then have a choice of where you want to go. And as you go through the gate says you are now venturing into a PvP zone. Would you like to go through this gate? And you go, right, well, I've been playing 6 months in PvE, I've done it all, I kind of want to see what PvP is like. And you go into the no man's land, and that's it. It's a bit like EVE Online. This is the only way CIG are ever going to make this work. Hey Gallifrey, how you doing? Because, and 90 as well, welcome in. You have to have it where there's a separation, and Star Citizen doesn't have separation. Everyone is doing PvP in Stanton, everyone's doing PvP in Nyx, everyone's doing PvP in Pyro. Obviously, like, it's more Stanton because CIG keep focusing it back to be Stanton. Bring it around where you've got a PvP zone that you only really get the good stuff for PvPing in, and then you've got the PvE zone. And then you've also got this cool thing where you can have it where, say, for example, you're in Terra, you don't lose your modules in Def, and you don't lose your armor in Def, but as you and your gear. But as you go to Castrate, you lose everything in PvP, right? Yeah, exactly. Yeah. That's the point I was coming to, Nelson, right? It's pro PvE over here, and it's pro PvP over here. As you go through the chain, you start to lose everything. So if you die in PvP in Castrate, the PvP zone, the major PvP zone, which is only focused on PvP, you lose everything in Def. Meaning that you have to have people going back to Stanton to grind up money, to grind up modules, to bring it down. You get logistics and orgs doing the train. You have to follow them. Then you do the Concord system that's in EVE Online. This is what Nelson is bringing up. In Terra, if you do PvP and you're aggressing somebody in a PK format, as in player killing, the NPCs instantly warp in and fucking gank the shit out of you. And if you're good enough, you might survive. But you make it so they react super hard. And then as you go to Castra, the NPCs don't react as fast. They don't give a shit at that point. It's no man's land, it's a war zone. You then get this 5 solar system video game where as you move down the chain, you've got pro areas, but you can still do the area, like you can still do PvE in the PvP zone, but it's going to be scarce and it's going to be difficult. And then you barely do PvP, but you can do PvP if you so wish, but it's going to be very difficult for you in Terra. This then separates the player bases, and you go to these locations if you're wanting to do certain areas of the game, right? And then you have Pyro, the no man's land, in between, which caters for both, right? Yeah. Well, they've got the great thing. They've got Terra, Stanton, Pyro, Nyx, Castra. And if you look at the actual map, it makes sense to do it the way I'm saying it. But down the line, it means that if you don't want to be involved in high levels of PvP, you don't go to these areas. And what CIG does is they don't make storyline events in these PvP zones. They make it where you build bases, you fight each other for scraps and items and all that stuff, and you have the high narrative storyline in the PvE area, which then appeals to people not having to go. And you make every solar system rich, and then you can have spin-offs. So for example, once Terra is, fully fluctuated and set up, you then have a place, like another solar system off Terra that offers PvE, but it adds in more storyline, and you do it this way. But you always know that when you go down the chain, it's going to get more and more dangerous and more lawless, more and more PvP, basically. And I truly think if CIG did it this format, it would make the game fantastic. Because the PvPers, who are not griefers, who are not just wanting to shoot at people for random things, and the only reason they do it is because they're bored, if you had bases to defend 24/7 and it was full-blown Rust level of gameplay, you would be spending all your time there and you would hiring people to do logistics. It would be fantastic. All you can warfare buffet being like created by players, and all the PvE content in another area, which then obviously, is brought in over time and the narrative can be changed and stuff. But CIG, for some reason, keep bringing the narrative back to Stanton. And they don't put, like, for example, all ASD facilities should have been in Stanton. All Hathor and stuff like that should have been in Pyro. Hathor should have been in Pyro, in my opinion. It should have never been on Daymar and Aberdeen in Stanton. It should have been in fucking Pyro. And it would have made sense as abandoned locations. So CIG are to blame at people's fucking misery. Because they keep bringing PvPers back. The whole idea of Pyro was meant to be a PvP zone. And all the PvP content was meant to go there. And they don't do this. They keep making it difficult. And this is where, like, when you play Star Citizen and you're not told how to play Star Citizen, and when you look up YouTube videos, they can only do so much. I would highly recommend you check out Burks if you're a new player. He's got a really good guide. But even Burks can't teach you to be fucking good at the video game. You have to eventually start, looking into things how I can improve as a player. And the funny thing is, I read comments all the time of where people are like, I've been ganked, I've been griefed, and I've never been ganked or griefed, chat, in this game. Never. I've been stream sniped, but I don't count that as griefing. I've never just been randomly, I'm leaving a space station, fucking shot as I'm undocking and warping away and shit like that. I've only ever been pirated or ganked at a fucking OM or something if there was a pirate group there. So I don't understand where these people are going and how they're getting so much combat. And it's most likely they've just had one bad interaction and they think it's the end of the world that they've been PvP'd. And I bet you, right? I bet you if you had the solar system set up like I'm describing here, I bet you these people who start off in the game would have never been attacked by other players. And they would be absolutely enjoying Star Citizen and stuff. The issue is CIG is building a video game that can never work. Until they start grabbing the reins and dialing in the stuff. And we all know that nobody works on Star Citizen, right? It's like a skeleton crew running on it. Everyone is in full Squadron 42 and all that jazz. So if CIG actually dials it in and they actually gave a better design for pro PvE, pro PvP, you go here, but it's like fucking Rust level of PvP, and you go here and it's WoW level of PvE. This game will be so successful. Obviously, let's not take into account flight sucks and certain things, balancing of weapons and engineering. That's a different story. We're talking literally about separating PvP and PvE. PvP, you know what I mean, right? It would definitely increase the gameplay's love, I think. Because in the pro PvE area, you can make it like EVE Online, you can make it like Rust, where you lose all your shit and people can take all your stuff. And in the PvE zones like Terra and Stanton, you could make it where people don't lose their gear, don't lose their items, and it's more appealing to the PvE side of the gameplay. And you can have the two communities coexisting because the PvE players can farm up items to then ship to the PvPers, and the PvPers can ship items to the PvEers. And it just fucking works. But it will only ever work if CIG dial in the reins and start separating out this nonsense. But if they keep adding PvP to the PvE area, aka Stanton, because we only have like the free solar systems, right? So you look at Nyx should be right now fully designed for PvP. Stanton fully designed for PvE. Pyro, no, basically a mixture, a hybrid. PvP, PvE. But because it's such a big space, PvP is a little bit less, right? Then when you bring in Terra and Castra, you then have it where it's Castra is pro PvP, Terra is pro PvE. Stanton starts to lower down in the PvE, a little bit more PvP. And this one you would have Nyx, and then again you would still have Pyro as the hybrid area, already designed. And this is how they should do it. And just move the content, move the base building, all that jazz until you've got the 5 solar system. And then as you expand solar systems, you expand them out. So Terra then has 2 solar systems that branch off with new PvE content. Castra branches off with like Vandal Space and another place for pro PvP. And you start forking out in the areas. Then Pyro can have 2 more solar systems. Stanton stays as a connector, and you get this lovely snowflake at that point. The universe of Star Citizen becomes a snowflake as it fans out in each area. And you go to these areas, whatever content you're looking for. Pro PvE zones, harder to do PvP, but can be done, but not recommended. Go to a PvP zone, PvE is going to be less. Get prepared to lose everything when you die. Armor, modules, all that stuff gets lost. Higher reclaim times and stuff. Making it more challenging for PvPers and orgs to fight orgs, basically. Without getting the crime stat and shit like that. Because that's also another thing that slows down PvP in this game. Piracy feeds off PvE? No, it doesn't. Not at all. Not at all. Because you could be pirating PvPers and taking their items, and the rare items would then sell for a lot of money in the PvE stuff, so you wouldn't. Jen, thank you very much for the raid, dude. We're in React view, so there's no alerts. But thank you so much, guys. Welcome in. W's for Jen, please. Hope your stream was good, dude. And the reason why this works, Nero, is it works in EVE Online, dude. The way I'm describing it is literally EVE Online. Because you don't pirate in high sec in EVE Online. You pirate in the pirate lanes. And people are so successful. Yes, but you're going to get cargo, Nero. You're just not listening, dude. You're red flagging. You're not listening to whatever I said, dude. I'm basing everything off EVE Online, and EVE Online is one of the most successful PvE-PvP games to exist in. And if you played that game, you would understand that the pirates don't pirate people in Empire space because you are trying to kill unathletic players for your shits and giggles when you go into lanes that they have to travel to do certain things, and that's where you get them. That's the problem, Sia. The problem is that I don't think CIG know how to build a universe in this game that allows the two sides to coexist. Because you need PvEers and you need PvPers. Because look how Dune Awakening has fucked it up. They had PvEers, they had PvPers, and they went pro PvE, and they've lost all their PvPers, and now the game is dying. Because PvEers will not carry a video game. They will for the beginning part, but once they've done all the content, just like in World of Warcraft, only a small group remain, but most will go and play other games until new content comes out, level the characters, get all the gear, do all the content, and leave the game, right? And that is how you kill video games these days. You need a balance of both. Yeah, Dune fucked themselves over. Like, they could have had a really good game, but they fucked over, right? Because literally what I just said, Nero. What did I say? if there's content that PvEers can't do, and there's content that PvPers won't want to do, then there is a chain of, just like in EVE Online, where you have to bring things through. So you make it where certain commodities only exist in Stanton, or Terra and Stanton, and there's only certain commodities in Nyx. So just like as EVE Online is, the PvPers bring stuff to the PvEers, and the PvEers bring stuff to the PvPers. And that is in a commodity that builds bases or builds ships or crafting and anything like that. So you get what we call in EVE is space lanes. And in between the space lanes is where you have to go through no man's land, aka low-sec, where you can still get a crime stat as a pirate, but that's where the traders have to move through, and they get escorted and stuff, and that's where pirates snag them, right? Okay? You get them in the trade lanes. Because the thing right now is, as pirates in Stanton, you can sit off a point and never get a crime stat, and you're just hunting people that have no other choice but go across these lanes, right? You get no punishment for it. Unless they counter gank you or something like that. You need to have a point where PvEers want to go to the PvP zone for certain things, and the PvPers want to go to the PvE zone for certain things as a new storyline content. And at that point, you have the halfway point where the crossover is, and that becomes a dangerous lane to cross. And then as you get through the lane, it becomes a lot lesser. Smart haulers will have protection. Well, again, in Star Citizen, let's look at it this way. If you bring a 10-man fleet and you've got one ship that's like a Hull C and it's got all your cargo, I hate to tell you, but if you're up against 10 people, that Hull C will die before your 9 people even destroys 1 or 2 players on the opposite side. Because that's how Star Citizen works. You can have as much security as you want if a dedicated team is coming to kill your certain ship, right? Did you notice Avengers facepalming for all your speech? Yeah. But it's nothing to do with my speech, because my speech is logical and it brings balance to the game. Instead of PvP or PvE, think of it as PvP zones. Players are forming the gameplay. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. That again, it just brings a balance where you've got places for PvEers to go and enjoy storyline driven and go and build bases and all be super happy. And there will be PvP, but it'll be very less. And then you just leave a solar system where players do their own content. They build bases that can be constantly attacked, and you go the Rust stroke Eve route, very sandbox, very dangerous, like Dune Awakening before they nerfed it. And it's your choice to go there. But the reward is, if you manage to be successful, you get all the goodies that you can bring back to Empire, and you can do stuff there, right? And as you move between the 5 solar systems, it goes PvP, PvE, swap over, and it just makes the game so much better for people. Because you have to find a balance. You have to give PvPers something to fight over. Because again, PvPers don't want to fight an organization that has no interest in PvP. That is just seal clubbing. Nobody finds that interesting, you know? You want to be fighting fights that you're like, oh, we need to work on how to do this. We want to invade somebody's land. We want to do all these sort of things. Like they do in Dune, like you do in Rust and stuff like that. And you will have the minority of PvPers who want to get the satisfaction out of seal clubbing. But you can't stop that. You just make it where it's harder. So in the PvE zones, you just make it where the NPCs instantly warp in, like it is on Even Line, and they fucking absolutely skullfuck you. And it makes you go, you know what I mean? This is not worth my time. I'm going to go to the pro PvP side of the game because I'm not getting my satisfaction out in killing haulers in the Terra solar system, right? And it would just be so good for all communities. But as you go down from the Terra to Castra or whatever Castra line, it starts going, you're going from Stanton into Pyro, or you're going from Stanton to Nyx and stuff. It's going to start getting dangerous. Do you want to go through? There's like a big flashy fucking symbol that pops up and it's like, you know. I like this speech mode. We've gone a little bit off track, so we have to watch Avenger 1's video. But what I'm saying is, CIG can sort out a lot of things if they would just stop this nonsense of we've got to rebuild a wheel. You have games like World of Warcraft. You have games like EVE Online. You have Rust. And you have games like The Witcher, right? Very successful games in their different area. WoW has pro PvE with a splash of PvP. Witcher, pro PvE. EVE Online, pro PvP with a splash of PvE. And it's actually pretty much 50-50 now. And then Rust, in my opinion, is pro PvP. Take games like that, build zones around that information, and let everyone have fun. Eventually, you will go to a solar system that you enjoy, and you can still go into other solar systems, but it's more that you are mentally prepared for a fisting, or you're mentally prepared to fight challenging NPCs. Not this whole everything has to be in one thing. Blame CIG for this. It's not the players, it's not the PvEers, it's not the PvPers. It's CIG. Because Hathor should have been in Pyro. ASD facilities in Stanton. Anything that involves PvP, like, well, luckily this new one's going to be in Nyx. The new Align and Mine, the one that we were talking about last year. And they're all their content coming out is very Nyx related. But at this time, it's like, you know, you have to separate the two. If you make a war zone like Hathor in a PvE zone, there's going to be so many troubles. Because everyone in the area of like Daymar or Aberdeen gets afflicted by it. I feel like we will be fighting pirate versus pirate just because we both want the target that really come through. Again, that's what you have to deal with. That's how you have to figure out how to do it, Nero, right? Just like as in EVE Online. You find the lanes, you do the research and where people are moving, and you gank the gank. You have scouts, you have people on opposite side of gates giving you intel, visual intel. Not, I'm just going to set up a bubble and hope for the best, right? And that's what Star Citizen right now is. There's no trade lanes. There's no reason for you to be moving cargo from Stanton to Nyx unless it's like an event or something like that. There's no risk versus reward. And you're wanting to go for the reward as a pirate. You're not wanting to get the scraps. The thing is, no, Nero, you're coming off as somebody that just wants the easy life. Right? It sounds like you just want to gank or take cargo from somebody that has no way to fight back. That's how it's coming across, dude. You just want to sit in an easy place and just gank somebody that will never be a challenge to you because you're shit at the game. That's how it's coming across, dude. Because you don't even want to challenge yourself. You don't even want to fight other pirates for gear. Pickersfield tucking was funny though, but again, like CIG nerfed it, right? CIG always nerfs these things that brings good PvP, and then they make it more difficult for the PvEers because the PvP drive is then removed. Yeah, but I'm not talking about the gear, dude. I literally said, in EVE, you have to bring commodities from one zone to another zone. And that's where the pirates catch the people. For the commodities. You have commodities that are made in, say, Terra, but they need to be taken to Nyx to actually be used. That's where you get your gank, you get your piracy, right? And obviously you'll get occasional pirate versus pirate and stuff like that. But they have to separate it. They can't have it where you just sit in Terra in between warps and just free farm people, because there's no else way to get around it. Now, if they had it a bit like Elite Dangerous, I would say a different tactic, because in Elite Dangerous, you actually have to interdict. You have to chase after people, and to do that in PvP. But in Star Citizen, you are just literally sitting in between two warp points, and you're snagging whatever is juicy enough. You either sometimes get the plebs, or sometimes you get the hostility, right? And that boils back to where you're just wanting to sit and get the easy gank. And that doesn't work for this game, Nero. It doesn't. That never works for any PvP video game where you can just sit and free farm people that don't want to PvP or don't have the intellect to do PvP. But that's how it's coming across, Nero. You're literally typing in chat and it comes across that you don't want to fight other pirates for loot. You just want the easy kill. And the easy kill doesn't work in a game like Star Citizen. It forces diversity where people don't want to play the game. Because you're more worried about fighting other pirates for one cargo. And that's your words, not mine. I don't want to be fighting 10 pirate gangs to one cargo. I'll just leave if there is no... Dude, I've literally said there's cargo. I don't know how many times I have to talk about this. Commodities being sent from different zones to whatever. You having this... Like, you're not listening to me, dude. I've literally stated that you fight for items and loot in the PvP zone, and you have to move commodities that you earn in each zone through trade lanes. As in, I farm gold in Terra, I need to take the gold to Pyro because that's where it's used. There's your trade lane, there's your cargo ranking. But it sounds like you want to sit in a solar system and just intercept people, you know, freely without any consequence. And I'm saying there should be consequence. If you attack somebody in Terra, for example, the NPCs should be way more stricter than they are in Nyx, where they're instantly spawning, instantly ganking. So you are forced as a PvPer to go more into PvP zones to play your gameplay loop. Not just free farm people in Terra and Stanton. It has to end. You want PvP, you go to a PvP zone. You want PvE, you go to a PvE zone. You can do both in each one, but if you attack somebody in Stanton or Terra, the NPCs are going to warp in and start shooting you. Instead of you just getting free reign in dead space to kill people. And that's the problem right now. But there would be multiple lanes, dude. Like, you're basing the information off the current state of the game. If you have multiple lanes, you've got it from where the cargo has to come from whatever planet in Terra to Stanton. Then, again, I can bring up the map, right? Because the map isn't as cookie cutter as we have in the current state of the game, right? Do I still have the random stuff? No. What was it that I used before? Chat, where's my map that I used to have? Did I get rid of it? Oh wait, maybe it's under tools. Yeah, here we go. This is the old map. Don't take this information because this is just the old design in the map. But you see here, right? Once it loads up, this is how, before they updated the thing, this was all the solar systems in. You see how Terra is connected to Hadrian, then Castra. And it's connected to Stanton, to Pyro, to Nyx, right? And then if anybody sees, you've got like Vega, you've got Odin, these ones are in Squadron 42. The traffic lane is, CIG said that Terra would have a gate that goes to Pyro, but only small ships could go through the gate. They then have a gate from Terra to Stanton to Pyro that only large would go through that gate, but medium would only go through the green line. And capital ships and big ships would have to go from Terra to Hadrian to Castra to Pyro. In that order, they couldn't go through these gates in between. There's where you start getting trade lanes. People that want to move cargo from Terra to Pyro, instead of going around the long route, which would be more dangerous, they'll go in smaller groups and stuff here. And this is where you gank them in between these lanes. So you would camp the gate in Terra of where they're going to go through, or you would camp it in Pyro and get them there, knowing the understanding of where they're going to go after that, right? That is the design that's still in take for Star Citizen. The problem is we don't have different type of gates. CIG said this at CitizenCon, that there's the... Can anybody remember what CIG called them? The fucking gates that randomly appear, the wormholes, and you go through them. And they will lead to different zones, and this is how you're going to get past the gate camps and stuff like that. I can't remember what they called the name of it and stuff. This is still to be added in. Transient, that's it. Yeah, thank you. So, once these are added in, this is where pirates could camp those gates. Because people will go, this is the fast way for me to go to Terra to Nyx instantaneously, but I have no idea what's on the opposite side. It could be Nero the pirate, for all I know. And you see how you start doing a little bit of gameplay to catch people in the pirate format. You're not just sitting in between like Crusader to Microtech and hoping for a scrap. You're starting to play the game and gain knowledge. Because that's what it's like in EVE Online. You literally look for the trade routes. And the trade routes should be reactive. It shouldn't be every day I'm sitting in between Crusader and Microtech to kill people. It should be some days it's Crusader to Microtech and then I have to fucking move. I have to actually, as a pirate, learn the trade routes. Not spreadsheets, but in the game, you learn it. And we already have it in the game, because if you go into the journal area, right? If you go into the journal area, Nero, it actually tells you commodity changes. The problem is that CIG, typical CIG, don't give us like a way where you, as a pirate, could look on the map and do certain things. However, I will bring up the meme, okay, if anybody's never seen this meme, and we have... Wait, no, that's the wrong one. Wait, no, I actually need this one. Let's do this, right? And we'll do the arc map. Do you remember this, Nero? The arc map is meant to be how the map is meant to be in game. But it never got installed because CIG builds something and then can't be bothered to fucking redo it, right? It's probably not even going to work now. But in this arc map, it had a button where you could see hostility. So you could see trade routes and who is being hostile. So for example, you, Nero, say you're a solo pirate, you could go to the map and be like, right, there's a lot of pirates fucking farming here. I can see a trade route that's current. I'm going to pirate here because I will be away from other pirates and I will get the stuff that I'm looking for. The problem is it's not in the fucking game. But it doesn't affect your gameplay with what I'm describing as the multiple systems. It just needs a system that actually fucking tells you. Also, why is this not working? Is it because I've got Stanton? Maybe it's a different code on it. Has CIG actually broken something that was the only working thing for them? I guess they have, right? Fuck. Imagine breaking the only thing that actually worked on the website, apart from buying ships. Anyway, the thing was, like, if we click here, you can see how this one tells you, like, the economy, because this was all set up, right, off the old information of lore. And it would show you that the population density is 9.1 out of 10, and that you would have to go from Terra to Pyro through a small gate, or you would have to, as a blue line, go around to Pyro. And to get to Nyx, you would have to go through Hadrian, Castra, and stuff. So capital ships leaving Stanton, the small fleet and medium fleet could go through Pyro to Nyx. But the capital ships would have to do Terra, Hadrian, Castra, and get to Nyx. Right? Okay? Alright, Galavier, Nero, I don't care what the conversation is. Enough, alright? Before I bring mods in. And Tough's already on it. Keep it civil. Or we time people out for good. Because it's just we're just having a debate, alright? I have nothing against what Nero's having his opinion. I'm having my opinion. We're trying to debate it out. Let's just keep it to that, right? Map is broken in Firefox. Try Chrome. Okay, give me a sec. Let me just get there. I don't think I have any other browser. What have I got here? What's the fucking... What's the Windows one called? Is it Edge? Is it Edge? Alright. Okay. I only use Brave. Let's see if this works. Allow all cookies. Yay! Okay, cool. Thank you so much. We'll do this then, right? We'll enter in window mode because I don't think it... No, not now. I don't want... Thank you. Appreciate that. Yeah, acknowledge. Alright, time for some education on what CIG actually designed, right? So we have this fucking map, right? And you have it here, where basically it would show you population, and it's just a rough idea where it would show you where all the players and NPCs would be. Then you could see economy in yellow, and you could then see threat. So the idea was you would go to your map, and you would literally be, right, well, right now Terra is super hostile, but the lane in between these two, and we're doing a curvature because obviously it's not just a straight line, but curvature as you move through time, you can see that there's less threat. This is what CIG needs to add into the game, where players can be like, holy shit, Hathor is a fucking war zone right now. I'm going to do something else in the game, right? And you can see how if we had the tools to know knowledge, a brand new player could learn about the map, or an existing player could learn and be like, right, I can see that it's pretty popular over on Terra and over on Gen, right? But it's quite quiet over on Pike and the thing. I'm gonna go and do my thing there. Then I can see economy and be like, well, economy's booming here. Do I risk over being there? Then you have the threat and you're like, do I weigh up the odds? We don't have the ability to know this information because CIG don't give you this information. You have to literally memorize it. And it shouldn't be based on memory. Because if you go to, for example, different solar systems, right? Or like we take the train to Terra. Let me just go back actually. Where's the... And then you can see like the Vandal space and you can pan it all out, blah, 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 blah. Where's the back button? Where have you gone, back button? Oh god. Let me do this. God, this thing is dreadful. Heaven forbid they actually make a back button. Alright, let's do... God damn, I'm actually gonna have to search this out. Let's do Stanton, for example, right? And the crazy thing is, it brought out all this thing that actually showed you everything. You could bookmark it as well. But say before you were in Stanton, you could be like, where's the hostility, right? Okay, Crusader is fucking crazy. The Pyro Gateway is easy. You could then have it where, like, you could then search Pyro. Because for some reason, this is not actually working to allow me to actually click on it. Yeah, it looks like it's broken. But anyway, you would go through the gate or search Pyro, and then you could be like, right, Pyro's threat level. Nobody's at the gate. And that would allow you to then choose where to go, right? Don't go off Tony Z. Tony Z has not worked at CIG for fucking years. His information is incorrect. Don't bother with that, because Stark script changes everything on it. Yada yada yada. Don't ever give me information on people that no longer work at the game. Because most likely, whoever takes over anything to do with anybody's work, let's look at the Banu Merchantman. All the people designed the Banu Merchantman. Everyone left the company who was designing the Banu Merchantman, and they're now having to redo the Banu Merchantman because everyone who comes in doesn't want to take over the shite that somebody left, right? So don't do Tony Zorovic's information. Look at what they talked about from Ian with Starkitect and other things like that. The idea will be sort of integrated, but it's no longer representing the game, right? Because again, everything I'm showing you here is just basically theory crafting because CIG don't ever implement it, right? But this is what players, if they had a tool like this that actually showed you where populations were of players, where the threat level, you can see the lanes going through, right? So warping from here to here, there's a bit of PvP or interaction or threat, and it's very much around the center. This allows you to work out what you actually want to do in the game. And it allows you to go further into being like, right, well, this is where I'm going to pirate, this is what I'm going to do, this is where I'm going to PvE, this is where I'm going to PvP. The thing is, it just doesn't bring it out, right? Also, thank you for all the follows, guys. Let me just go through some fucking shit. Read up on chat. Alright, fair enough, Nero. If you want to go that way, it's up to you. I'm not going to force people to watch the stream if they can't have a debate. But yeah. Thank you for the links. Oh, good, man. Again, if CIG did this stuff, you would get a much more richer game for both sides of the players, and you wouldn't have the hardship that everyone deals with. Because again, as we're hopefully going to get into, like, I'm a fucking hour and a half into the stream and we still haven't even watched Avengers video because we've been chatting. Hopefully we'll get to the point where people will not be so upset with the game.
Isn't why...
Alright, anyway, I'm getting into this. Let's change the topic completely, okay? Hope BMM will become a haul type series, different shit, size, concept. No, just make one shit, please. It's bad enough people have been waiting for 10 years.
I say, this is going to be a bit of a different video, guys, and just bear with me here. I have been around this project since the very beginning in 2014. I remember the original
2012, actually, Avenger.
Hangar module. If some of you folks who've been around for a while and some of you new folks, when the game first started on Kickstarter, all you could do was sit in your hangar and flip your helmet around.
Technically, that was 2013.
That was all you could
do.
do.
For the first year, we couldn't do anything apart from just talk on a forum.
For like a year and a bit, until finally they gave us the Arena Commander module, which was the first iteration
Matt Damon,
of the flight
Aiden?
system.
He's going for the beard
Back
look.
then, they had different people working on these things. You had Calix Renault, and then after that, you had John Pritchett. You know, and it kept changing hands until eventually we have Yogi Klatt, who's the current flight model guy. And all throughout this time, the game had gone through big changes. You know, 2.6 was really heavy on certain kinds of ways to fly. It was very compressed. It was kind of like Master Modes, but like it played faster. Then you had the 2.0 era, 3.0 era models, different models, and then eventually you had the 3-ish, like 3.5 to 10 era models, and then you had the I think it was 3.14 when it went to the flight model that I personally really enjoyed and where the majority of my YouTube content came from, and then eventually now into the Master Modes era. And all through that time, I've seen every iteration of the flight model, of different mechanics, of all these things that have been tried over the years, and it's been a ride. It's been a ride. With engineering that's come out it seems to me that we are in a very strange place with CIG and Star Citizen in general. And I'm kind of just putting my thoughts out there because I cannot be the only one who feels this way. Because
I don't understand the dramatic zoom in. When people make these type of YouTube videos, chat, why is it always it's this? Wait, do I think I even have the power to do it as well. Wait, do I? No, did I get rid of the ability to zoom in for memes? I think I did actually. Oh, bollocks. I think I've got the ability to do it. Yeah, I still have it programmed on OBS, but I don't have a button. Boo! I don't even know what that button fucking does. Yeah, sorry chat. I need to add my meme thing. Right? But before he even goes a little bit further, right? And I just want to clarify something with people. I genuinely believe people are too hung up on a company testing things out. Until 1.0, everything that we do in Star Citizen should always be taken with a grain of salt, that it will always change. And even when 1.0 comes, this game will change. Metas will change. Flight will change as technology changes and advances the game and stuff like that. You can't get hung up. Like for me, some of my favorite time, free 4, free 5, free 6, free 10, blah, 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 blah. And then they start making weird changes. But even then, like, I never went, this is how the flight's always going to be. It's the same as I don't see the flight and engineering being exactly the same. 09. Actually, 01 was really good fun, actually. In Arena Commander, or AK at the time, Dogfighter module. It was really good, actually. But the point is that I generally feel that people get too attached to a certain time period with Star Citizen, and they should just wait until 1.0, I could do the automatic one, yeah. I could hang him.
After being around the project for a decade now, there are some things that CIG is still doing, and they don't seem to learn, Like, if you have a kid, or if somebody is, a friend of yours is doing something dumb over and over and over again, at some point you kind of sit there like, okay, what is going on here? So for you new folks who aren't really sure of what's going on, or you're kind of new to Star Citizen.
I'm new to Star Citizen.
CIG has been iterating on the game for a decade now, and we have the same problems, just in slightly different ways. And what that means is multi-cruise ships, for you veterans out there, as well as I know, that multi-cruise ships have always been bad. Mm-hmm. Always. They have been variations of bad throughout the last 10 years, but particularly now, they are egregiously bad. Now, I joke about this on stream sometimes, like I should have a bingo card for all the times I make a call and it comes true. And like I told, people on my stream and on YouTube, and for you new folks, I called it. I said, armor is not going to fix this problem. And it hasn't. Engineering is not going to fix this problem. And it hasn't, right? We have the very first iterations of engineering and armor systems. And what we have found is they don't solve any of these issues with combat and the way.
But the thing is, though, is you can't really say they've not solved anything when it's not the final design. You know what I mean? It's like building a shoe and you say it's ready without putting the laces in, or the Velcro strap, or the fucking magnetic clip-ons, or whatever we have these days, right? That's the way it sort of comes across with Avenger, is that he's trying to make the shoe good without finishing off the shoe. And that's the, I don't know if that's the right way to look at it. Exactly, Alpha. But it's like CIG has to add something to get data to correct it. They're not mind readers. They can build a fantastic video game, but at the same time, you can't add a shoe to the game if you don't know how the laces are going to be. Or the sole's going to be. And this is where I think a lot of people like Avenger 1 get hung up on, they just don't have the patience to wait for the sole and the laces to be added. They're happy with it where your feet are scraping the ground. I think so as well, Fobo. I generally think CIG needs to take a break. Avenger 1 should uninstall this game for 6 months and go and do some mantras and yoga and hiking and swimming and fishing and just fucking zen out, right? I think he's at the stage where he should have a break from the game.
The game plays. You know, and I'm getting to the point as a fan over the last 10 years of like infinite frustration. I don't understand. And I want to be very clear here. This is not a bash CIG video. Like, there's plenty of ways to bash CIG. It's too easy, honestly. That's low-hanging fruit, in my personal opinion. I'm not here to, reprimand and bash CIG. I do that enough, right? But I'm genuinely here as a curious fan of the project. I want to know why. Why? Like, why are these problems still being unsolved? Why, after armor system is in, after engineering, is the gameplay and the combat system worse now than it was years ago? I mean, from my point of view, as a person who plays Star Citizen almost...
I will say, chat, I'm getting an ocular migraine right now where I'm barely able to read even chat. It's like shining across my eye where I can focus on like the first part. Like with Alpha, I can see it. He says his M50, but I can't see the second part. So I might end up having to do the fucking giveaway now before I can't fucking read who the winner is. I'm gonna take an ibuprofen and see if that fucking sorts out. But yeah, it's fluttering over here where I can't fucking see shit. I can see everything on the left. Like if I turn my head like that, that's fine. Yeah, I know, John. Yeah. It doesn't happen to me often, but it's literally here, and I've lost like a good fucking 0.5% of my vision and stuff. So I don't know, like it's only for 5 minutes, but I'm not gonna have a conversation about it because I can't read
since
chat.
2014. I've seen the game go through
Yeah,
so
I
many
just need to
different
go
variations.
into a dark place and lie down for a bit. It's bad, but
I've been good at all of them.
we've got the giveaway to do,
And
so I'll
I have
try and go as
weighed
long as
my
I can. But
criticism
yeah,
in and said you need to fix these issues when it comes to geometric issues, which for some of you folks that are new, I have a separate video that talks specifically about this issue.
For me, it's hit caffeine and some migraine. I don't have anything for migraine. I've only got, because again, it doesn't happen that often. It's just really fluttering right now. I'll try the caffeine though. I'm gonna go and get an ibuprofen, see if that helps out. What I'm also gonna do is shut off the main light as well, chat. Just to see if I can actually read it a little bit better. We'll be in the dark for a bit.
Link it here so you guys can go check that out if you want to. But essentially, it's a deep dive, a breakdown as to why, single seat fighters are
That's the
so
title, causing
dominant.
migraines.
They're
Nothing to do
so
with Avenger 1.
dominant,
It's just
right?
unfortunate.
And not just single seat fighters.
Like I
but
said at the start of the
basically anything
stream,
that's small and has.
I've not been feeling too good because I've got things going on just now. But yeah, it's I don't get, again, I get like maybe 2 or 3 a year, but it's kicking in hard.
Guns. we have these massive ships now in Star Citizen. We have
Belongs to
these
the dark, yeah.
incredibly high detail, high fidelity ships, and they're getting trounced on by like 2 Furies. Now, if the argument against me is, if you go to Reddit and other places on Spectrum, which I'm sure you folks who've clicked on this video know, Avenger 1 is a very spicy topic for some people, because there's a lot of folks who either don't understand what I'm trying to say, or just take anybody who's involved in player versus player and just lambast them as, they're the evil one, right? Now, if I wanted to maintain my advantage of being a fighter and being able to engage lots of these multi-crew ships, I would keep my mouth shut, because as of right now, any group of 2 or 3 fighters can basically kill any ship in the game. It just requires enough time. I can take a couple Gladiuses and fight an Idris easily and kill it. It's going to take an hour, but we have no problem doing that. There are so many things, and that's just the most egregious example. I mean, if it's a constellation, I can solo it no problem with a fighter, even if it's fully crewed. Freelancers, Perseuses, basically anything size 3 is easily counter and killable by small fighters. Now, this is frustrating to me because...
Yeah, this is where I agree with you on that. Like, I'm struggling to read. He knows it will change, right? This is something that I just don't understand with people like Avenger 1, is that you are always basing your information on Star Citizen on the current state of the game. And you shouldn't. Because if CIG get enough data to make certain things change, you won't be able to do this. You soon won't be able to solo a fully crewed constellation. CIG always stated they wanted it where a constellation could take on multiple Hornets, and it's just not there yet, right? Yeah. Again, dude, you gotta look at it this way. If you have 2 Gladius versus a fucking Idris, the Idris is gonna win. It's just gonna fucking railgun one of you and stuff.
Why? Like, why? Why is it still like...
Why are you doing the zooming in on your mouth?
I've given the feedback. I've told CIG, like, these are the ways that you can fix this problem, and they don't want to do it.
That's probably the best
and
way.
I don't know what to do anymore.
Yeah, make sure you do exclamation mark
keep my
Intermax,
mouth
guys.
shut and be like, it's fine, and just watch the product get worse over
He's a
time?
mouth guy.
Do I make more YouTube videos kind of calling these things out like I've done, which just goes ignored by CIG?
I don't think it's ignored by CIG, Avenger 1. I genuinely feel they just can't be bothered with it anymore. I think it's a you issue, not a CIG issue. I think it's you need to take time away from the game and understand that this game is not coming out until like 2030. And the current state of flight, meta, engineering, armor, base building, crafting is going to be massively changed in through those years, right?
I don't know what to do here, guys. Like, as a creator, and this is why the video is titled, like, I can't be the only one who feels this way.
I agree with that,
as
Graham.
a fan,
I'm not going to read it out because
I
it's
continue
all
to play the
squiggly,
game. I
but
continue to support
I
it.
agree with that.
And yet, the game's getting more arcadey. It's no offense, it's getting...
I'm not reading a fucking nearly a paragraph, Gallivere. Give me small sentences, please. I can barely fucking read what you're saying.
Dumber. You can see the game pushing more towards this arcadey, low intelligence, kind of like just plug in, punch a couple buttons and get her done. The events that are coming out, like a lot of you folks...
Is the game actually coming out? The game will come out, but yeah, Font 72, yeah. It's a lot better since I turned the lights off. I'm hoping the ibuprofen will kick in, but it's the right eye that is fucked. The left eye is fine. The right eye is causing the issues, so if I close my right eye, I can read a little bit better. It's horrible. It's like buzzing. See, if I look at the monitor, right? It's buzzing over Avenger's face, and his beard is like distorting and shit like that. It's fucking crazy. I hate ocular migraines. I remember I had one as a kid where it made my speech where I couldn't actually pronounce anything, and I couldn't actually comprehend what the fuck I was trying to say. And getting on a bus was impossible when this happened. Luckily, I don't get them too often, but yeah, I fucking hate this. And it's usually just from like tired eyes and stuff like that. Yeah, exactly, John. Exactly. It feels like one of my eyes is got a loose cable, you know? It's nothing to do with energy drinks. I'm just tired and stressed. That's all.
You folks here as well. The events that CIG runs have basically been the identical events. They've just been on a 3-cycle rotation. So, you know, if it's either a box mission stuff that we're doing, it's just different variations of the exact same event, just done over and over and over again. There's no depth to it. There's no.
It's
I'm
RL.
assuming they even work in the
It's
first
Nova,
place, which
it's all that
a lot of
stuff.
us know. They don't. And again, this is not me complaining. These are valid criticisms. From my point of view, I am a fan of the product. I love Star Citizen. I want to see it be successful. But how can it be successful if the very nature of the game itself is so poorly designed, not implemented, not coded? There are very skilled people who work for CIG, but I'm talking design. Like the design of how the ships fight and interact with each other is the very reason why it can't seem to hold much of a multiplayer player base when it comes to actual combat and PvP. You know, the only folks that are left playing in the online universe are people that don't want to do nothing with other people except for maybe one or two of their friends, and people that want to just do basically a single player game in a multiplayer environment. So who did we make server meshing for?
I don't know if that's true or not. You know what I mean? There's a lot of people who do a lot together as orgs. Like, look at Shadow Moses, for example, with Hathor and stuff like that, right? I think Star Citizen's just in a weird spot right now that nobody really wants to do anything on a grand scale because everyone's waiting for the wipe. You know what I mean? I'm not playing Star Citizen at full swing because I don't want to do anything if there's a wipe, right? Like, what's the point at that stage? On offering, I've taken ibuprofen, mobster, but yeah. We'll see how it goes. Again, it's mild. That's why I'm not shutting the stream down and I'm not jumping into bed with a fucking like I've got one of those gel nightcap things, not nightcaps. You put them on your eyes. They got a strap that go around the back, but it's like gel and you put it into the freezer beforehand. It's not that bad. It's mild flickering in the right eye in the bottom right corner. But with the light turned off, it's feeling a lot better. So I've got caffeine, I've got ibuprofen going in. We'll see how it goes. If it gets any worse, I'm definitely shutting the stream down.
If most people just want to do box runs and fly around, because again, what I was saying before, the actual people that want to stick around for flight combat and to actually get invested in the game can't hold those people because it just sucks. Like it's just poorly designed. Like the game is just poorly thought out
to get things in the game done.
For multiplayer, it just doesn't work. It's clunky. It's fucked up. There's like really egregious metas. Most ships.
I would love to see Avenger 1 do a campaign mission in DCS World where he spends 45 minutes getting everything set up and then he gets hit by a missile that he doesn't know where the fuck it's coming from and see how much he rage quits when that happens, having to start all over again. And that's a lot of what people have to do in Star Citizen, is that it takes so long to get anything underway because of the bugs, because of the issues. You get mentally, I don't want to play anymore for today. Like, I did that stuff with Cutlet and Co., right? And I was like, yesterday I wasn't feeling too well. So I took the whole day off, not because I was tired for doing like a 17, 18-hour stream. It's just because, again, my health is a little bit low right now. And I was like, I'm not going to sit in front of people and look like fucking zombie, you know? Also had a really bad case of fucking diarrhea. And the last thing I want to do is like, oh, excuse me, guys. I'm about to shit myself for the fucking 19th time because the chemicals are being pumped through my body. So it's like, you know, take a break.
Within the, I guess you could say, the library of ships are obsolete or not effective against a very small percentage of highly effective meta ships. So what this happens is 90% of your ships that you pay real money for are basically a gimmick, because the guy that flies one of the top 5 ships is just going to shit all over you.
Yeah, I'm lucky when it only comes to migraines. I know migraines like affect people differently. I only get the ocular migraine, which is the squiggles. It's kind of like your eye goes static, basically. And only once in my life where a migraine has affected my speech. But I don't really get a sore headache, and whenever I deal with this, I go to bed, I put a cover over my eyes, and then like 2 hours later, it's fixed. So I'm lucky I actually get away with it, because I know people can get like migraines for days on end and shit like that. That must be dreadful. But I've only ever had ocular migraines.
So it's like you have all these compounding factors, which ultimately at its core lies at the fundamental game itself. It's the design of the game. You know, if the design of the game was better and fixed these geometric issues, which we talked about before, and some of these game design issues, which are based around multiplayer, then you'd have a larger community of PvP players.
Chat. His video, he's ranting, and all I can hear is a small dog in the background fucking yapping. Listen to it.
Which we talked about before, and some of these game design issues, which are based around multiplayer, then you'd have a larger community of PvP players. You'd have a more healthy player base, because people would actually want to stick around, because playing and flying and investing your time into actually like learning how to play and fly these ships is an enjoyable experience.
But I agree with Avenger on this, but here's the big but. Not everyone has your time, Avenger. It's the same thing as we go into the whole Shroud. Oh my god, Arc Raiders is so boring, there's no content. And it's like, well, yeah, of course, no shit, fucking Sherlock. If you are playing 15 hours a day, 7 days a week, and you're grinding your ass off, of course there's no content and everything's going to get boring. Not everyone has that ability to play games like that, right? So it's like, some people play this game 2 to 3 hours a day and they get their enjoyment out of it. They don't want to fucking learn to play a game like this in DCS level of sweat it out to be best of the best with fucking honors, sir. So again, his issues are, I think, are more just his issues. They're not really everyone's issues, because everyone plays this game completely different. A lot of people want to play it on a hardcore level, I get it, but you do that when a game is released. Like, for example, I've been playing No Rest for the Wicked. It's early access. Tuff and Gallifrey have been playing it, who can back me this up. You get your enjoyment out of the game, and then you don't play it until the next, like, the more content is. Because there's no point. There's no point me spending 500 hours in No Rest for the Wicked when I'm just repeating stuff over and over again. You have to wait for a company to actually have time to build a video game, right? And I think Avenger 1 just needs to sort of realize this, that we're in that stage where you play the game for a couple of hours, you play it for a couple of weeks, a couple of months, and then you put it down. There's people that have been recently coming to my channel and being like, I've not played the game in 3 years. Is it any good? Has it changed? It's like, yes, it has changed. Is it any good? That depends on you. But it's not like, if I say the game is good and you play it for an hour and you say, well, this game is shit, then you go, oh, well, DarkLaw was lying. It's like, no, I wasn't lying. I'm giving you feedback from my point of view. What I find fun, you might not find fun, and vice versa. And that's with every player. But you can't. I think Avenger 1 definitely gets hung up on the current status of the game because he just wants to play Star Citizen. And this is where you should just come back in 2030 and play the game. And if you don't like it, it's no loss.
You know, I can't be the only one who feels this way, but the player base for Star Citizen are usually men between
Whoa. I identify as a he-man.
the ages of 21 and 60. Like, that is the demographic of players who play Star Citizen. Most of us have careers and jobs. We have to have an expensive computer to even play Star Citizen. So no offense, but we're not getting the zoomery.
Oh god, I nearly fucking choked on my fucking drink. Wait. What?
Expensive computer citizen. Most of us have careers and jobs. We have to have an expensive computer to even play Star Citizen. So no offense, but we're not getting the zoomery kind of Fortnite kids.
Avenger, I'm pretty sure Fortnite kids have got a better PC than you. I'm just gonna put that out. I'm pretty sure competitive kids in Fortnite have better PCs than us.
Wanting to play a game like Star Citizen. So the game is made for, you know,
the dead, apparently. Middle-aged men who are going through a life crisis, it seems.
wealthy middle-class individuals. I hate to
God damn it. I wish I could claim myself as wealthy.
say it, because you need a high-quality computer, which means you got to be making money to even play Star Citizen. So why are we moving the game towards this, like, low intelligence?
Exactly, Galifia. SE is being made for suckers who keep spending money. Why the fuck would CIG ever change the formula when they have perma jobs? They literally have perma jobs. CIG has found something that some of us will never find in our lifetime. They have the ability to print money. Oh, we're going to release chat. The battle cruiser is coming out at ILW this year in April. Watch how the fucking money spikes at a $6,000 fucking spaceship that won't be out for another 10 years. Oh my god. Oh, it's so good. It's so fucking good. Like, you can't blame them either. I mean, shit. You don't have to do anything and suckers will fucking spend money. Wait till the 50k concierge golden 890. I know, man. I know.
Like, super angsty. Everything has to be fast. Less immersive, less deep, less
We're gonna get a battle cruiser concept sale before GTA 6.
simulation-based experience on the account of, oh, we want to attract, like, a new fan base. Is that what's happening?
Avenger. All right. I'm no expert in marketing, but I'm going to tell you the secret sauce. If you, Avenger, have spent $1,000 and you're not spending anything more, why the fuck would CIG give a shit about somebody like you? They're going to find the next victim to spend $1,000. And then the next victim. So they will always change the game to cater for marketing, because without marketing, this game doesn't make any money. And it has to keep making money to keep doing the memes that it's doing. So they will never give a shit about your takes unless you start putting in more money. And that's how it is. You know, content creators like Burks will be at the bottom of the listing when this game comes out, because, and CIG won't even be in his channel, right? And I'm pretty sure Burks is aware of this, right? Because anyone that's a content creator should. Burks is our biggest content creator alongside Salty Mike in the English speaking. The moment that this game is released, a huge range of high level 1% content creators will come in, and CIG will not be in Burks' channel or Salty Mike's channel. They'll be in the Asmongold channel, and they won't give a shit about anyone. So why would they give a shit about the people who are not spending money? They're always going to go for the fucking bigger people who will spend more money and cater for how the market changes. It's the same with Fortnite. They constantly change up their formula every year, and they go back to some things, right? No bald allowed. Well, again, I'm using Asmongold as a reference, right? You don't need to like the guy. You don't need to hate on him. Blah, 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 blah. Just using it as an example. The point being is, as every year changes, CIG will cater for more people, fresh blood coming in. I'll take my experience with Sneak. You guys remember when I was sponsored by Sneak? I was making a shit ton of money off Sneak every month. You guys were fucking addicted to stuff. Tough was spending hundreds of dollars a month catering for his caffeine addiction. All right? Sneak, I made Sneak $15,000 in 1 year. Just by myself, a little tiny content creator, I made them $15,000 in my first year. The second year, they got rid of me. And it wasn't because of the money that I was bringing in. It was the fact I wasn't bringing in new people to the company. I had people constantly buying product, but new people weren't making accounts, and they got rid of me because of that. And that is how marketing is. They don't give a shit about the people who are spending 15 grand. They care about the fucking 200 extra people coming in that will spend 20 bucks. And who then you'll get brand new people spending bucks. Because eventually people will stop spending money like Avenger 1 in a video game. So you have to understand how marketing works. Your time is over. Not as a content creator, not as a gamer, but somebody that the company will listen to or care for.
I can't be the only one who feels this way. It feels to me like they are intentionally gimmicking the game for whatever reason. I don't know whether it's, again, a leadership issue, but it really feels that way.
No, the game is just not for you anymore. That's it.
So, anyway, I have so much more to say, but I just wanted to touch on these issues to see, just kind of get a sense of folks. I kind of want to put a petition together and see how many people want to sign it. Now,
for what? Because you're upset with Star Citizen? That you are not getting the game that you think you were getting? That's more, you're trapped in your own mind, dude. CIG last year made more money last year than the year beforehand. That tells me that the game is successful. It might not be what I enjoy in Star Citizen, you know? It might not be what Henkin enjoys in Star Citizen. But it's your choice to play or not. You can't be like, right, well, I'm going to boycott this game because it doesn't suit my playstyle.
Hold on, before you start making memes.
Not making memes, you're the one that zooms in! You literally zoom into your fucking mouth again, Avenger 1. How can we not make memes?
One's gonna make a petition. And for you new folks...
You make it so easy!
Folks that are still here, congratulations. It means that you're actually spending time to learn and understand what the game that you're getting into is all about.
No. This whole video is you talking about how you are upset about the game. You have some good points, but also you're forcing your opinion on your channel to your community or people watching the video. People are either watching this like me to try and understand why you're so upset with it, but also at the time be like, can I see eye to eye kind of thing.
Star Citizen could be the greatest game that has ever been made. I
still think Pong is one of the best games.
Guarantee that. It has the potential to be that, right? Now, what it is right now and what it is turning into, it seems, is
Tetris? Isn't there a movie coming out about the guys who designed Tetris? Or did I dream that?
is a very far shot away from being even somewhat close to that dream of being the best game that we ever wanted. You know, I want to see how many other folks out there.
Oh, it came out a while ago.
I do,
Okay, cool.
right?
I wasn't dreaming that.
This video's already gone on too long. These are just my raw
Tetris is a fucking amazing game. Good movie. Okay, I'll need to check out.
thoughts. If you still, if you feel this way as well, share the video with somebody else. Join us on stream at 2 o'clock Eastern Standard Time.
I'll just plug my stream at the same time.
On Twitch, and make your voice get heard and put your opinion in there. But I think I and a lot of people, and maybe a lot of you folks watching this video too, are kind of...
Yeah, this ibuprofen's kicking in, chat. I've lost the fuzziness. I've still got a little bit of reading issues. Like some words are a little bit blurred, but I don't have the fucking flickering in my face anymore.
Burnt out. We're kind of sick of the gaslighting from, community managers like Jared. We're kind of sick of getting lied to. I think a lot of us are just sick and tired.
Like... I'm trying to see where CIG has lied, right? And I'm gonna just show you a quick point, chat, to make here. When you launch the launcher, right? Okay. If it launches, and you click launch game, we then get a prompt that says, and quote, gameplay. Star Citizen is presently available as an early access alpha video. Version. Sorry, I can't read very well. God, I really can't. In a state of active development, sorry. All right, you guys can read it. I can't fucking read chat because of this fucking going on, okay? Whenever in the live environment or P2, you can see here, it basically says... Don't fucking laugh tough, alright? It's difficult to read when you got a fucking migraine. I'm struggling, man. Struggling for my life here to fucking read. And I'm good at reading. Anyway, this point, it shows you that you shouldn't be taking this fucking game seriously. And that everything is, like, technically subject to change, right? It talks about the alpha UEC, that it doesn't mean much. And then basically the, oh god, I don't even know what this one is. Like, if, for example, this is the warning if you get fucking, what's it called? What was that word there? Epilepsy. Is it epilepsy? No, wait. Does it say epilepsy? Anyway, and then you got the normal TOS, right? But it always states here, the first line is it states that it's early access and bugs and shit is going to happen, right? It does say epilepsy. Oh, cool. Okay, right. I can't read the rest, guys. It's too difficult in this state just now. But anyway, you've got your safety parameters. But the first one is to take into account that the game is always telling you, before you even acknowledge to play the game, that it's in development. It's early access. Stop taking it fucking seriously. CIG are not lying to us, chat. It's just the game is not finished. And like anything that's like, again, I go back to this fuck, I am really struggling. Fuck, I was talking about it earlier on. I can't even remember the fucking word. My brain is fucking dribbled to a mess right now. Sneaker. I'm talking about shoes earlier on. Where Avenger 1 is playing the game and other people are playing the game like they're wearing sneakers that don't have soles and don't have shoelaces. And you should just wait for the soles and the fucking shoelaces to be added before you make an idea of how the game's going to be. You can't base your gameplay around a half-finished product, you know? It's crazy to me. CIG are not lying. They've just not got to the stage that you're wanting the game to be at.
Tired of the bullshit. You know, we want to see progress. We want to see these things getting fixed. You know, we have armor, we have engineering, and stuff still feels the same. Like I told you.
You can't add in one patch and fucking fix everything. Like, no game company can do this, dude. You can't add in testing development to see if it's actually something they want to even have in the game and go, this is meant to fix the fucking game. We're nowhere near at that stage. When CIG says this is beta, that's when you go, that's the game we're getting, right? It seems so off to me to think that what we get in every patch is meant to mean something. We're just here to fucking test it, and if you don't want to test it, go and do something else.
You guys it would, because it doesn't solve the core issue, which is the actual design of the game, the way the weapons interact, the way the ships and ranges
we're flying JPEGs, exactly.
You know, the low speed of the ships, all these things filter into this issue, right? So but if you don't feel this way, that's okay too. If you like the way the game is going and you're like, this is so much better.
No, I will say this. I'm not enjoying the way where the game is going, but I'm also mature enough and understand that Rome wasn't built in a fucking day, and what we have right now might not be what it's like in 5 months' time. And in 5 months' time, 6 months later after that, it might be completely different until a formula actually sticks. But right now, you have more people playing the game, you have more bugs with the game, but you have a more smoother state of game. Server meshing is working. It's making it where you have higher FPS. You've got more people interested in Star Citizen, thus more money being spent on the game. Brand new money, not using your credit to fucking buy ships to test out like I do. Chat, I literally have 6k credit ready to go to buy a fucking attempt to buy a what's it called? A battle cruiser in IE, right? Not IE, Invictus. If I don't get the fucking battle cruiser, I'm not gonna go, oh, well, I'm fucking quitting this game. This game sucks. I don't get my way. I'll be like, all right, well, I'll try again. Like, I genuinely feel a lot of people are just too defeatist. Like, stop playing Star Citizen.
I mean, that's something else. I mean, I know there's some folks out there that like it, and that's totally fine. I'm not taking away from that. I had to voice these things out because I'm kind of, like I said, I'm getting to that point where I just don't care anymore. I want...
See, the thing is, though, if you say in your video, I am getting to the stage where I just don't care anymore, why are you making a video claiming that you care? Are you doing it for you've got to get attention? Do you have an actual valid point? You see where I'm going with this? Like, you can't make or give opinions and then say, I don't care anymore. Highly suggest anybody in this state, like Avenger 1 is, stop playing Star Citizen. Go and do something else for 6 months. Because this happened to me, chat. I went and played Lost Ark for fucking 6 months. It fucked my channel. I lost a lot of viewers in the process on it, but I had a great time. And then when I came back, I felt more refreshed in Star Citizen. And to this day, Star Citizen has never caused me to want to be in that status again because of it. I don't understand why people keep punishing themselves. Why are you bullying yourself to play a video game that you clearly are never going to enjoy because it's not a game designed for you anymore? It's designed for the new people that play Star Citizen. If you're still somebody that plays the game, either enjoy it or move on. So, like, I think it's okay to be frustrated. However, he suggests Yeah, I'm completely fine with people being frustrated, but also at the same time, it's where you're making yourself ill. You're forcing too much because you want to just play this game. Like, imagine this, chat. Imagine you're only allowed to play right, here's Henkin. I'm gonna ask Henkin because he'll enjoy the meme. Henkin's only allowed to make money, but he has to get pegged once a month to make the money that he earns. Is Henkin going to get pegged by somebody to make the money, or is he going to try and find something else? Right? It's the same thing. You either accept it and you deal with it, or you move on. How much are we talking? What you're currently making just now? At a point being, you've got to go, this isn't for me anymore. I don't like getting pegged. I shouldn't have to be pegged to make the money. Like, I genuinely believe the best thing for Avenger 1 is to go away for 6 months and do other things in life. I think he's going to make himself really ill if he continues.
Change. I want to see progress, and I'm not seeing it, right? So I think a lot of us feel this way too. So anyway, that's my 2 cents, guys. Enjoy the rest of your day, and I'll see you guys.
It's sad because I feel bad for Avenger 1 where, like, he's causing his own grief with this. And I don't think anybody should have to go this way, right? But also at the same point, he has to make this choice for himself. If CIG are not listening to Avenger 1 and they're not doing the gameplay that he's wanting, right? Then that's where you have to make the choice for yourself to be like, it's time for me to move and do other things. Or I just accept this is how the game's going to be, and I either deal with it that way or I choose to do other things. But it generally feels like, again, with this thing, and I'm just coming from what I see it just feels like he's bullying himself for no reason. Like, he's making it really bad for himself. And I think he could have a way better time if he actually just went and did something else. Yeah, but the thing is though, right, is most likely I don't know what happens, but I would imagine Henkin, Avenger 1 goes to play another video game and he gets like 20 viewers, right? Because most of the people just want to watch Avenger 1 suffer or talk about Star Citizen. It's very rare today as a streamer where, for example, you're very blessed in it, Henkin, where you can go and play other video games and you get your solid amount of people that carry it. But, for example, Burks, for example, struggles when he plays other video games because his viewership goes to fucking shit. Salty Mike has the same thing, where instead of playing other video games, he's forced to do Star Citizen content because he won't make enough money if he did other video games. It's the same thing with Avenger 1, is that if he doesn't do Star Citizen, by the time Star Citizen comes out, nobody will ever give a shit about Avenger 1. And I think that's what's holding him back, is that he's worried he will become irrelevant. But you have to understand, we're all going to be irrelevant when the game comes out. If this game comes out tomorrow, for example, and all the other content creators in the world start playing Star Citizen, who have hundreds of thousands of fucking viewers and subs and stuff like that, Henkin and TheDarkLaw will only have the people who support us as community. Everyone else will be watching big content creators. So he has to understand that it doesn't matter. It's find a community that supports you and enjoy your time whilst you've got it. Either that, you have to be fake and just fucking say you love the game. And that's it. He's getting grief by CIG marketing, exactly. But also at the same time as he's griefing himself, dude. CIG are not purposely targeting or making Avenger 1's life a misery. You can never say it something like that. Not like I'm saying you are, but you know what I mean. Imagine whining about a game that makes other people happy. Exactly. Exactly. Like, Avenger 1 is not happy with the game. I know a lot of PvPers are not happy with the game. I am somebody who has been here since 2012. I've played every single flight model. I've played every patch of Star Citizen. I've never not had a time away where I haven't been catching up on things. And even at my state, I know that the game is not going to be what I'm wanting or wanted at the very beginning. I have to accept that time changes. It's the same as when, oh God, what's it called? Like fashion, for example, and haircuts, right? Every year, people's haircuts change and younger generation go around and swap it out. It's the same thing for video games. You either enjoy it, you either adapt to it, or you personally move on. But bullying yourself into feeling shit is the worst thing to do for video games. I find this new Alliance event really fun. Exactly, dude. There's like no joke. Last year for the pirating stuff in Star Citizen, I was playing with a content creator, Space Cutlet, and it was the one where it was the Microtech, Hurston, all these ones combined, right? I had so much fun doing pirating, and I'm not a pirate, but I was getting content after content after content. And it was amazing fun. Now, obviously, I was expecting this event to be the same because it sounded the same, like it would be really pirating, but CIG have made it where it's very difficult for pirates to get away with things. Am I going to fucking start and moan and complain about it? No. Because sometimes the game isn't always for me. It's got to be for other people as well. It can't always be about DarkLaw's opinion. It can't always be about Avenger 1's opinion. It has to be where sometimes you have to accept that the game isn't for you. And you either find fun in it or you move on with it. Also, if anybody doesn't know, I'm suffering from a migraine right now where I can barely read, and it's getting a little bit better. So that's why lighting is turned off and shit like that. Because whenever I get a migraine, it's based around like my eyes, which starts to flicker and stuff. So it's not that I'm trying to hide from you guys. It's just in the dark is better for my eyes right now. So I do apologize if I'm not reading out people's wording. It's a struggle. You don't have to worry about haircuts. Exactly. I definitely think it needs to get to the stage where people have to accept that sometimes the game isn't for you, right? And it is for other people. And it's not bad for you to go, the game's not for me, I'm moving on. I will, so for example, what's his name? Henken, you know his name. He got all the game refunded. You're friends with him. He's you've met him a few times, gone for food and stuff. Oh God. Captain Richard, that's it. Thank you, yeah. So Captain Richard, I've never been like pally with, you know, different takes, stuff like that. But he literally was so involved in Star Citizen and didn't get the way it was going, and he got a full refund, and now I think for the past like 3 years has never played anything in Star Citizen and moved on and is happy with it. And I have to give credit to this man for going, it's not the game for me, I'm going fucking to do something else in life. And that's what I think Avenger 1 or other people need to do is if the game is too much for you and you don't get your way with it, you have to accept that it's time to move on. It's the same way as I don't play Fortnite. Fortnite has never appealed to me, but I am not going to go, well, people should fucking change the game to cater for how I want to play it. No, I shouldn't. Yo, thank you very much for the sub, dude. Appreciate that. Sometimes you just have to accept it's time to move on in life. And not ruin things for people. And not create enemies because of it. Again, I think it's a good thing for Avenger 1 to give his opinions on things, but also at the same time is it definitely feels like it's the time for him to just move on. Because again, when we get the new flight model, chat, he's not going to enjoy it. The new flight model is slower, by the way. You're not going to be flying around at 1,000 meters a second. You are slow as fuck. You're not going to be able to backstrafe. You're not going to be able to turn around and do certain things. I'm not going to get into it. But obviously, with experience, it massively changes things. And also when you get the atmospheric effect where you're not going to be able to fucking just spin around and do certain maneuvers like it is, it's going to cause people from not enjoying it. Yeah, he's going to be even more pissed, man. Like, it's time to just let go. Thank you for the hype train, guys. Appreciate that. But also the point being is, if CIG change anything, you still have to wait. Like, the earliest I ever think of 1.0 is 2030, which is in 4 years, guys. And 4 years, a lot can change. You could be enjoying the game. Yo, thank you guys for the fucking gifted subs. Appreciate that. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you. Also, it's pretty sure it's the wrong sound files that are meant to be coming out. But looks like
it was at this moment that he knew. He fucked up.
Yep, there we go. See, it's the wrong sound files. It's probably going to spam as well. Thank you for the gifted subs, guys. Appreciate that massively. I can't read them out because I don't even understand who just gave it correctly. I can see just shake, but the other part is blurred on my eyes. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Oh, enjoying the piracy with color? Yeah, yeah. Again, the thing is, people have to understand is that the gameplay is far too early. Yo, Cornelio, thank you for the raid, dude. Appreciate that. W's in chat. Thank you so much, dude. I got an ocular, like, fucking migraine going just now, so my vision reading things is very bad. So I can only read certain things. Everything else, like, heavy sentences are blurred out. We're going to do the giveaway, and then I'm probably going to just end the stream, because it's just too much. There's no way I can play a video game right now. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Appreciate that. W's in chat as well. Yeah, so again, going back to it, I definitely feel that anybody that's burnt out in Star Citizen really should play other video games, do some more stuff in real life, and not care about how the game is going. And then eventually, down the line, 6 months to a year from now, try out the game, don't listen to other people's opinions, and if you don't like it, take the hint, and just, that's the end of it. It's the best way. Also, make sure, guys, do ! enter space max to enter in for the giveaway, courtesy of CIG today, because we'll be moving over to Streamlabs with the new system, and I won't be back until Monday because, well, yeah, I can't play any video games when I can't fucking see anything. Sitting in the dark. This is $100. What I'm doing, I uninstalled it over. Oh god, fuck, this is just too hard. Give it another shot in a year. Yeah, something like that, yeah. Tough, stop fucking laughing. Holy shit. This motherfucking dude is colorblind to fuck and he's laughing because I'm having a fucking fit. Jesus Christ. The bullying I have to deal with, chat. My moderator's literally laughing at me having a fucking medical issue right now. God damn it. I can't even fucking...
He knew.
Yo,
He
Marcus.
fucked up.
Thank you, dude. Marcus. Thank you. Thank you to whoever got the gifted subs. I can't read the names. I can read Marcus, but I can't read the rest because of how Twitch does it. He's fucking laughing at me, chat. I'm saying in the dark because I can't fucking... I can read like the first half of a sentence and then the second sentence is blurred. And I have to try and read it really fucking slowly. The good thing is, obviously, I'm not getting the flickering in the eyes, but my brain is not able to comprehend reading things right now. Thank you, John.
I pressed A ボタン。
Or the even dark law? No, don't know what that means. Darker law? Dude, it's rough. Like, I'll probably have to, like, once we do the giveaway, I'll have to end the stream. There's no way I can play a video game. Like, I'm struggling to read anything. But also, you guys are giving plenty of stuff. Oh god. Also, I'm sweating like crazy to try and just say things. We'll do the giveaway though, chat. Make sure !enter space max, and we'll do the giveaway, and then I'm closing down because I can't fucking deal with this anymore. Let me get the giveaway thing up. Also, let's put some music on. What's right? Oh dear. It's super annoying because I really wanted to play some Star Citizen today or play some what's it called? I wanted to play some fuck. What's she playing right now? She's playing No Rest for the Wicked. Which kind of sucks because she'll be away for the weekend. Memory is the first to go. It's not memory. It's just the to actually like say things is struggling. Also, thank you very much for everyone watching over on Kick and YouTube. I do appreciate that. But yeah, we'll do the giveaway. I've done like. We'll try and finish off at like 3 hours in and stuff like that, and then I'm gonna go to bed. Because I can't play any games. It's impossible. Support is here. Thank you guys. But yeah, it's very interesting. Ooh. Thank you for the follow. Appreciate that, guys. Also, thank you again for the raid. All right, a few more minutes, guys. Exclamation mark enter space max. Just so you send all your points in. Then we'll be moving everything over to the other thing. And we'll start it off next week. Next week, I'm probably off on Wednesday because I've got Nova's hydrotherapy on Wednesday. But I might do an evening stream on Wednesday where we'll just play like another game or something. Because really doing anything Star Citizen related is going to be difficult since, yeah, until the wipe comes in. We need the wipe. Hey, Nova. Hey, pup. What a shitty day. I hate it, man. Like, I fucking hate this part. Just want to have fun streaming and not able to have it. Ah, dear. Oh, dear. How was your long stream, Ankin? How did that go, dude? I woke up at your stream start. Oh, that's a bit early for you. Oh yeah, you're doing a weekend thing. Yeah. Hope you enjoy it. The plan for me over the weekend is get the VR set up. Probably tomorrow I'll do the VR. And then do a clean out and stuff. Right. Are we ready, chat? Anybody else not added all their points in? What will you play in VR? I'm probably going to play the new Vito VR game from the same company, which is designed around just pure dog fighting. And maybe some other games, I don't know. But I also want to find a game to play. So it's like play some Star Citizen and then play like another game. I'm contemplating on. Is anybody going to be buying? What's it called? The game that's from the makers that did that MMO. Wait, let me find the name of it. What's it called? It's coming out in March. It's like an MMO. It's like it coming out in 7 weeks. What's it called? Shit. What's it called? Crimson Desert. Is that what it's called? Is that the game? Yeah, Crimson Desert. Yeah, it comes out in 6 weeks. Yeah, makers of BDO. Thank you. Thank you. Anybody planning to play that game? I don't know if it's worth getting, but I kind of feel like it would be fun. Wait for the sale, yeah. Never heard of it? It's a single player game. It's basically BDO but single player. No, it doesn't have any multiplayer. It's full single player. It's kind of a weird game. Their graphics are really good, yeah. Also, there's I don't know when Fable is coming out. Like Fable hasn't got an announcement yet. Which kind of sucked because no joke, that I'm looking forward to. But it looks like Fable's coming in autumn, they're saying here. Fable's coming to Steam around autumn 2026, which kind of like, such a long wait. Such a long wait. Anywho, let's bring up the giveaway. Good luck to everyone. I'm going to close it now. Close that. Wait, do I scroll down or is it? Yeah, scroll. Rigged. It could be. Closing it now. Good luck to anyone, because obviously, like, the draw is coming here. And then we're moving to the Stream Labs version for next month. As it's a different system, it works on stuff like that. Going to go into follow only mode. Where's the button for this, chat? Where is it here? We got the tools. Follow only mode. Getting activated there. Little 10-minute follow thing. Good luck to everyone. Let's roll it here. Hopefully people are present. Drawing the winner now. Which is Marcus Hazen. Are you there? Marcus Hazen. Boop boopy doop boopy doop boop boop doop doop boop 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 boop. Are you there, Marcus? There you are. You are. Would you like to claim or would you like to pass on? First time chatter, yeah. Yeah, first time chatter. Problem is that you would like to claim. Okay, sir. Let me take off this. And let me go back to this scene. And I'll get it set up for you. This is going to be interesting if I can even do this whilst I can barely fucking see because of the migraine. Let me see if this works. First of all, if you could send me DM on Discord to actually say something. Give me a sec. Congratulations, dude. Congratulations. DarkLaw gone incognito? No, Tyler, I've got I'm having an ocular migraine where I can barely read things and I need to go and like I've got a speech problem because of it. So my brain is not working fully, which kind of sucks. So I'm not able to play right now. But I wanted to get the giveaway done And we fought through the Avenger video as well to try and get that done. But yeah, I'm not going to be able to do anything more today, sadly. I'm going to have to go to bed, which sucks. And I can barely read some of the stuff that you guys have said, so I do apologize. Do you have filmer in your vision? No, the blurriness is gone. I'm not able to speak properly. Like my brain is not able to read words too well. So I'm basically on I'm running on like I'm guessing a lot of shit. But at least the ibuprofen and the caffeine has stopped my right eye from blurring. Also, I can't fucking change this thing because it's stupid fucking... Give me a sec. God, I don't understand how this always works. Let me scroll through here and find it. The good old Star Citizen giveaways. There we go. Yeah, are you able to send me a DM, Marcus? He did choose to watch. Yeah. Let me do this. Thank you, dude. Thank you. Let me just send that so we are sorted. There you go. And you'll get an email address from CIG. Let me just fucking... I'm going to copy my password from this because there's no fucking way I'm going to be able to type it out. All right, that should be sent. That is, I think it is. Well, hopefully it'll be. Let's put this on a little bit. Let me just double check. Oh, Chrome. Yeah, so you won the giveaway from CIG, which is the Golem. It also gives you the 2 skins, I believe. I think, anyway. I don't actually know what it's like. I can't see it all. It comes with LTI, it looks like. But it's a golem. There's 2 skins. I can't read the words for the golem. Let me just try and add this in. Yeah, courtesy of CIG. We do have some nice giveaways coming up. But obviously, like, that will be next month. So what we're going to do, chat, is I'm going to finish this giveaway. And now... I am no longer doing giveaways on this, so I'm going to turn off the loyalty settings. I'm going to reset the board, and we are going to be now doing the fucking labs. Right, give me a sec. Loyalty on labs, and I'm going to refresh it. Yeah, I know. I could have probably fucking sent the wrong thing. So I'm going to reset the database. Actually, no. Yeah, I'm resetting it here, okay? And then, because the cool thing with this is apparently this system... does this work? No, that doesn't. Oh, fuck. Right, give me a sec, chat. I need to set this up a little bit better. Anyway, it's resetted, it's all set. So every 30 minutes, it adds a point. Commands. The new commands are that. EOM is now active on that. Commands are default, so we have where's the point one? Add the points. Exclamation mark top. Add points for moderators. Yeah. So now, if I quickly do this, sorry, this is taking a little bit longer, chat. I do apologize. Trying to do this is a fucking mission right now. And it's going to be based on where we do one. Yeah, something like that. Let me just copy this. Ah, dear. All right, close that. Right, so it should be now where I do this. Unable to find. Oh, wait. Does it not do all? What's the command again? Fuck, I can't even remember. What is it, chat, to make this one? Add points. Or do I have to actually press the thing? Yeah. Maybe it's all. Right. Let me give 5 to all here. There we go. So that's 5 under. But what's the fucking command for it? Or is it just solo? Does it not do add? I thought it was where you can do all. Hmm. And this should be now where this does it, right? Top. There we go. Cool. Okay. So I'm done. Did that come through for you, Marcus? Is that how it works for if we do it? Is that that for everyone? No, that doesn't show. No idea. No idea, chat. I can do it manually, like by actually opening up the window, but we can't there. I'll try and figure out. It's not a big thing right now. I'm not gonna be able to fucking read it anyway. All right, we're good. We're good. Cool. Yeah, the platform sucks. They've updated as well, which is kind of annoying. How does this ad work then? Let's do variables, right? Not betting. We're needing. No, that's not working. Nah, that won't work, Fiber. Stream Streamlabs give all points. Let's see what it gives here. Let me try this, because the command is custom default. So the custom command for points is add points. So we'll do this. Add points plus viewers. We'll do 1. See if that works. Unable to find plus viewers. See, that doesn't accept it. Wonder how this works. No idea, man. Yeah, but it doesn't work doing exclamation mark points. I've already tried. Yeah, but it's not right. All good, all good, all good. It's just not, because in their system it says exclamation mark add points, name amount. So if I did like add points, TheDarkLaw 1. See what I mean? It works that way. I just need all. I wonder if I do add points 1. Unable to find 1. See what I mean? Like it doesn't want to do a command for everyone. There's just a button in the area that gives it for everyone. All right, sketch. Okay, that sounds fair. Let me get there right now. Yeah, it doesn't seem to be like they've actually updated, sadly. Yeah, exactly, fiber. Yeah. At least it's running right now. Again, we got loyalty. Everyone's got 5 points. And the cool thing is, unlike Stream Elements, it only gives people who are actually present in the channel. All the people who left have lost out on points. Unlike Stream Elements that give you points even if you're not in the channel. That's what I love about it. Oh, also, giveaway. So let's start the giveaway as well for next month for the EOM. No timer. All right, events, ticket cost is 1. All right. There we go. That should be activated now. I don't think you have to do. I think try exclamation mark enter. I think actually. Or maybe not. Looks like it worked, yeah. Alright, I guess you have to do the actual number, yeah. All right, cool. I'll work on it. Yeah, well, John. Thank you, dude. We'll see how it goes, chat. Because the cool thing is also, like, you can also do other ones. We'll see how it goes. Yeah, we'll figure it out this month. Anyway, it's going to take a wee working to do so, but it's all good. EOM should be running as well. It does there. Yeah. It's like meant to be 1-1 anyway. Do. I'll figure out a way to try and make a command. If it actually allows it. Alright guys, I appreciate it. I'm gonna find somebody to raid to. Thank you so much for today. Sorry it's gonna be a short stream. I'm gonna have to go to bed. Let me find who's somebody to support, chat. I will send you on to... Who do we have? I'll send you on to Salty Mike. I owe him for the raid. And as streaming, yeah, I'm gonna send. Yeah, I'm only sending you guys to people that actually raid me. I owe Salty Mike. He raided me earlier on. All that jazz. I'm gonna send the love over there, guys. Have a wonderful weekend. I'll try and get all the VR stuff set up, and hopefully I'm not dying or anything like that. Appreciate it. Send all the love, all that good stuff. Appreciate you as always, guys. Thank you for all this the support as well within January. I'm gonna probably have to put some more goals for February, which kind of sucks, but yeah. Thank you again for all the subs over on Kick as well. All the viewers on Kick as well. Appreciate yous. Have a great time, guys. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you, guys. Bloodsucker, Spinner, Gran. Sorry if I missed anybody's conversation, guys. The funness of migraines. Take care. Shut up, Tough. Everyone else supports and Tough is slagging me off, chat. What a twat. Have a good weekend, guys. Take care.